VP of Smart Education Technologies Group. She is a visionary educational and entrepreneur at the forefront of Pakistan its tech transformation. Very important industry, I would say, in today basically. And she's the founder and the CEO of this company with operation in Pakistan, UAE, and UK. So, Dr. Sonia serves as a Central Executive Committee member of Pakistan Leading IT Association. She chairs the Diversity and Inclusion Committee to champion equal opportunities in technology, which is very noble from you, Sonia. And she's internationally recognized for her impact. She has been awarded by the President of Pakistan for her contribution in innovation and technology in education. And her work she has introduced different solutions such as Certiport Kirso, which is actually one of our partners as well, EC Council, Vola Reverse, Tablet Academy, Classrooms across Pakistan, Middle East, and UK. And she has been also a former senior vice president of Islamabad Women Integral Commerce and Industry. It's obvious, Sonia, that your work is related is surrounded by education, technology, innovation, right? So, and I believe the purpose is educating women and young women and men, basically, but with the help of innovation and technology, because that's the main trend of the day.
In Pakistan, in Pakistan as well as in Dubai and UK, people prefer the accredited things, the most, good things. So as a student, I realized that these things are actually very important for education technology for our students, because which was missing when I was a student, and I wanted to, achieve few things. But I was not able to get these opportunities. If you buy these things online, they are actually expensive. So if you have partners in any country, so you can have the very good rate, because in Pakistan market, if I talk about it, so we were getting the best rates so that we can provide the access, get very easy. So I finalized few organization before, then we brought them in Pakistan. I started this initiative from Dubai. We covered the UA market. The companies, those companies which I mean, they were working with me. Now they have big names because we were working as a partner. I don't believe in the having so many partners in one country for one product. I prefer they give us the like exclusivity, so that we can work entirely on that product, and we have hire our team, and we start working on that. Then these presidential award, these focal person prime ministers, you're helping you, then IT industry, then different women chambers, they are supporting you, because in our country the youth is like it's more than 70%, I would say. 54% population is for the women. So my main focus is always to capture that mark. So this was the journey I started, and then I figured out different brands. You can see in the screen that there are different brands, the partners. So challenges, obviously, we were like for the youth, we were having so many barriers. Even now, I'll tell you one very good story. I'm in Pakistan, so mostly I'm focusing on skills and Pakistani market. So I'll tell you, there's a lady in a very it's a rural kind of area in Pakistan. She is master's in computer sciences, but there is a problem with the parents. Uh, because security issues are here in Pakistan, sometimes there are few problems, and parents and father, and they don't want a lady to they just want them to be a doctor, either doctor or a teacher. So I met that lady. She was very talented, and I talked to her, and I was like, why don't you go for the online, just find some job online. And she's like, who will give me job, what kind of job I can do? I thought about it, and I was like telling her that there are Adobe course on Photoshop. Why don't you do that? Just like I don't know why did I say that, but there were other options too. So I offered her this because she's my success story right now. That's why I'm telling you this. So she did this course. She did few more courses. Then there is a Fiverr and Upwork. She started working on that, And you won't believe the father, the mother, they won't allow her to go out. She has her own brand new car. She's earning more than $2,000 to $3,000 Pakistani rupees, huge for money for monthly, on a monthly basis. So she's earning that, and she's so thankful. Like, you at least, a single life. This is many, everything I'm doing, I just try to post it because students want to know exactly what they want to do, but they don't have mentorship program. We have initiated it, and we have mentorship program. We are guiding students. We are telling them what is going on in international market, what is going on in Pakistani market, because our certifications are accredited and these certifications are off-call registered. Obviously, you need some credit hours. If you are going to apply for as a student, they want to do some bachelor's, master's for any countries. If you have these certification, these are they can have it because we have in under this certification we have credit hours, so they can fulfill the criteria.
Really embracing this kind of technology and really very I would say prepared for the labor market. And right now we know it's not just digital transformation, but it's also AI. Or do you see gaps, and are these gaps affecting is there discrepancy across continents? Or tell us some small insights without spoiling, of course, what you have in the presentation.
Yeah, so you want me to answer this question now, or you want the presentation, then I'll answer you, because it's a need of our. If you talk about certification, and I've just gone through the profile of Jimmy, it's something similar what I'm doing right now, in these three countries, and I'm bringing the international brands, where you talk about hardware, you talk about software. Then I did some research on the employability. So our students, if you talk about any country, they do their masters, they do their bachelors, they are actually doing a brilliant work, even PhDs. They are very, it's very difficult to get the jobs. So what is required? What is like missing? What is the gap? So what I figured out, our students actually need something which is providing some skill, which is actually missing. Studies are important, everything is great, but if you have skill, and you have certified skill, accredited skill, then no one can say no to you. Any organization you go, you check your profile, you give them, you have done this, you have, you know how to work on the Excel, you know how to do the Adobe Photoshop. But even unless you have that certification, that license to kill people, so you can have this kind of, opportunities very quickly. They come to your table. Otherwise, it's really difficult. So this is what, I thought about it, and finalized few things with the Certiport, with Pearson. Now I'm talking with Apple that they're interested in Pakistani markets. It's been like, so many years. We are providing the, iOS certification trainings in Pakistan with number of organization. Like we are working with World Bank, USAID. We used to work. Now they stopped giving us the funding. So Asian Development Bank, and we have DFID. So we are basically helping students to grow, not only students, but the corporate sector, where they are actually having very good profiles, but they don't know what to do. So we are creating the path for them, a platform where they can achieve these kind of, activities. So this is what I think I have answered your question. So this is what I am doing for, helping people to grow.
It's great that you are trying to contribute in both sides of the equation, right? Demand and supply, because I think really that's the answer.
By the way, it's great to see how passionate you are, Dr. Sonia, and to see that spiral impact that you want to make for women and for youth. So you actually, just one curiosity. So you've built partnerships across UK, UAE, Pakistan, and much more, and of course, giving exposure to learners to innovation, IT, and beyond. We've done something similar, right? So similar.
Yes.
As you know, Jimmy is working across 40 plus countries where we have partners. Of course, to make innovation real, to democratize innovation through frameworks, to certifications and different programs. However, there's a challenge, right? And I see that you're saying, okay, let's collaborate, let's partner, who would like to partner. Partnerships sometimes can be symbolic or not ignite that impact that we want to So from your experience in these countries and this passion that you seem to have, how do you ensure that global collaborations with the government, with large organizations like Jimmy, or corporations genuinely make sense, right? So genuinely make an impact and are lasting when it comes to not only signing an MOU or